Aita for wanting to keep my unborn baby away from my husband's family. When the baby's born, my husband, 21M, and I, 21F, recently found out we're having a baby. We're both very excited, but I'm worried about several things. The house we live in is owned by my husband's uncle, who has mental disabilities. His uncle lives next door with my husband's grandparents. On the other side of the house we live in, my husband's dad and stepmom live with her son and his girlfriend, who have 2 children, 1 toddler and 1 baby. There are also 4 other teens and kids living there. My main concern is privacy. This may sound harsh, but I really don't want any of them around our baby at all, and definitely not alone, as they live a completely different lifestyle than I would like for my baby. I don't believe they would respect my boundaries, especially when I'm not around. They might respect them to my face, but they're all very opinionated, so I honestly doubt they'd even do that. I've seen my husband's dad, stepmom, uncle, and grandparents blatantly ignore the wishes of the mother of the 2 babies in their house. For example, they've fed the babies food they're not supposed to have yet, or gotten too close when the mother clearly asked them not to. They do this right in front of her, which makes me very nervous about what they might do behind her back. She's too timid to stand up for herself, which only adds to my concern. Another big issue is my husband's father's drinking. He has a serious problem with alcohol. My husband and I have already agreed that his dad won't be allowed to see the baby if he's been drinking. My husband has even told his stepmom this, so I'm not sure if she fully agreed. I'm also tempted to say that he shouldn't be around our baby at all as long as he's still drinking, regardless of whether he's drunk at the time. Honestly, sometimes it's hard to even tell when he's been drinking because he drinks so much. My husband's family as a whole makes me really uncomfortable. His grandparents are pushy, and his uncle doesn't understand boundaries at all. I know that if I asked them not to touch the baby or get too close, they'd probably just ignore me or try to argue that they're family, so they should be allowed to. Another issue is my husband's birth mother. We've recently blocked her on all social media and her phone number, but she somehow found out that we got married. Now I'm worried she'll find out about the baby and try to get involved in our lives. She was abusive toward my husband when he lived with her, and we absolutely cannot have her around our baby or in their life at all. Even locking the doors doesn't feel like enough to keep people out. My husband's stepbrother lives with us, and whenever his mom or little brother comes to visit, he rarely locks the door after them. We've asked him multiple times to keep it locked, but I'm not sure if he forgets or just doesn't care. My husband and I are close to asking him to move out. He's 18 and spends all his time playing video games or using vape pens, which I really don't want around the baby. He doesn't help out with anything, even when it's his own mess, and basic hygiene isn't a priority for him either. The only reason we haven't asked him to leave is because there's no space for him at his mom's, my husband's dad and stepmom's house. And his dad's house isn't a place we'd feel comfortable sending him. I just don't know what to do. I feel like our only options are to keep the front door and our bedroom door locked and to be extremely private on social media. If we have to ask my husband's stepbrother to move out, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but we really don't want it to come to that. So AITA for wanting to keep my unborn baby away from my husband's family when the baby's born.